All right, for this part of the test, I am going to go over the um 8 questions that I keep on missing. So I don't know about you, but these were a little bit confusing to me. So these were the most confusing questions of the first exam cram of the California Code and Ethics. So for number 4, so I'm just doing, if you want to find some value here, I'm just gonna go over 8 of the questions that I kept on missing. Um, but if you want to go over the whole 42 questions of this first exam, um, you can review the previous video. All right, so number 4, all of the following are benefits of insurance except, so all of them except it's A, eliminates fraudulent losses. So all of these are benefits of insurance. They provide a source of investment funds. It provides payment for the cost of covered losses. It reduces the uncertainty created by many loss exposures, but it does not eliminate fraudulent losses. So that this is um, I wanted to study this question so I can remember. Again, all of the following are benefits of insurance except it eliminates fraudulent losses. All right. And I invite you to do that too when you find the ones that you got wrong, review them again and again, or use a flashcard, right? And write those answers down. Number 9, this is the one that I kept on missing too. Loss retention is an effective risk management. Okay, so let me underline this. Loss retention is an effective risk management technique. Okay, risk management technique when all of the following conditions exist. So all of these are going to exist except, so there will be losses that are highly predictable that can exist. There's the worst possible loss is not serious. The insured chooses to assume the loss is involved, but this is the one that is our answer. Probability of loss is unknown. So the loss retention is an effective risk management technique when all of the following conditions exist, except the probability of loss is unknown. Again, except when the probability of loss is unknown, the loss retention is an effective risk management technique when all of the following conditions exist, except the probability of loss is unknown. Okay, now we go to number 11, which I um need to really get. Oh, I noticed that are the ones that are okay. So number 4 also include the word except, and that was eliminates fraudulent losses. Okay, number 4 was eliminates fraudulent losses. Number 9, it was um when the probability of loss is unknown, the except, and then number 11. Risk can be defined as all of the following except. The answer is the cause of the loss, because that cannot be the definition of a risk. It can be defined as uncertainty, as change of loss, the probability of an unexpected outcome, but it's not the cause of loss. Risk cannot be the cost of loss. So this is my answer. Remember that, Rosita. Remember that. You got this. You got this. We got to be kind to ourselves, to our beautiful brain. You got this, my brain. I love you, my brain. You got this. Oh my, here's another one with except. 21. Insurer policy expenses include all of the following except the answer was premiums. So the insurer policy expenses includes taxes, agents' commissions, home office operations, but not the premiums. Premiums. All right. And then what's going on with these exempt questions at 24? Ah! Okay. All of the following are characteristics of reinsurance, except it, the answer is increases and the unearned premium reserve. All of the following are characteristics of reinsurance. Okay, let's mark this. All of them, right? It would increase underwriting capacity, so that's true. It stabilizes an insurance profit, that is true. It provides protection against a catastrophic loss, yes, but it does not increase the unearned premium reserve. It does not increase the unearned premium reserve. The reinsurance does not increase the unearned premium reserve. Remember that the reinsurance does not increase the unearned premium reserve. Okay, and then number 25 that I was confused with is, what is the goal of the underwriting process? The answer is C, to avoid selecting a disproportionate number of bad risks. So to avoid, right, selecting a disproportionate number of bad risks. To avoid selecting a disproportionate number of bad risks. To avoid selecting a disproportionate number of bad risks. That is the goal. We do not want to select a disproportionate number of bad risks. So we want to avoid it. Okay, and then just two more. And you can tell us in the comments if you have found some of my videos useful to pass your California life exam, insurance life exam. 32. Which of the following statements regarding risk is true? The answer is only pure risks are insurable. Only pure risks are insurable. So it's not the speculative risk, it's not both, and it's not neither. It's just the pure risks are insurable. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will remember that on the next test. And then for some reason, actually, I made a mistake in 41. I knew it was misdemeanor, but I wrote C. I don't know why I did that. So be careful on the test, right? Make sure the answer you are choosing is the one. Oh, here's my highlighter. Okay. So it's a misdemeanor. What would a person be guilty of who refuses to deliver any books, records? So if somebody doesn't want to deliver books and all the records to the commissioner, that's considered a misdemeanor. That is a serious, serious act. All right, I hope you found this useful. Let me know in the comments. Until next video.